It's a gauntlet tonight on Monday Night. Rollins, history to be made this Sunday. Who persevered tonight, but who will be deleted on Sunday right now?
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Yeah, we got the lights going. Okay. Cameras. Action. What up, everybody? This is the Monday Night Raw After Show on AFTERBUZZ TV. We got the squad in here. It's the go-home show for Elimination Chamber in, is it Las Vegas or Paradise this Sunday?
I thought it was Las Vegas. Las Vegas.
Okay.
Unless you also think Las Vegas is paradise.
Well, some people do. No, there's a city, I think, just outside of Vegas called Paradise. So maybe
Honestly,
that's...
anything in the vicinity of Las Vegas is considered Las Vegas. That's just how it works.
Just like here with LA. Someone can be in Huntington Beach. They're still in LA.
Pretty much. Welcome, everybody. We got plenty to talk about. Jonny Loquasto here with you at JQuasto on the social medias. The lovely lady right there has seen Black Panther now 4 times. She's covering it a whole bunch of times for Nerdist and other media outlets. You see her every single week on Marvel movie news as well. Follow her at Markeia McCarty, and I know her Twitter is some funny name right now that I don't remember what it is. It's Markeia McCarty.
Yeah, my Twitter name is Make Mine Wakanda McCarty. It's a play on Make Mine Marvel.
Of course.
Of course. But yeah, I'm glad to be back. I missed y'all last week. You know,
you were working.
Yeah, and I was getting my nerd on, but this is a different kind of nerd to get on.
Absolutely. Well, the gentleman sitting next to you is a former Hollywood Heritage Champion for Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, but you can see him very frequently now on Championship Wrestling from Arizona. He's doing a lot of things, and I can't really get into graphic detail, but if you find a way to watch them, you'll probably enjoy them.
There's always a way to watch Robert Baines. If you search for him, you can find him. I would have been present for Raw tonight, but Robert Baines is not currently welcome in the state of Arizona.
Are we allowed to talk about what you did?
Yeah.
Not yet.
Oh.
Okay.
For legal reasons, not yet.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, should I mention that he's got like a home alert like bracelet on his leg?
It's a thick bracelet.
I mean, is
too.
that a
yeah? It's
should I mention that?
It directly affects a very good friend of mine. So, but anyways, yeah, he's wrestled all over the world. Follow him everywhere at True Hobo. He is the Hobo.
Yep, the Hobo here. Robert Baines everywhere else. Some days you're one thing, some days you're the other, and some days you're something different entirely. That's life.
And then for the chat room, yes, Wakanda forever.
Yep, Wakanda forever.
I love it.
And of course, we got Tony in the booth.
Hey there, what's up, everybody?
What up,
Yes.
bro?
Talk some wrestling, some smash sound. I know wrestling, guys. I know wrestling.
Smash sound.
Some smash sounds.
That's actually
Smash sound.
that's the
Like
new
we're-
Saturday morning show. Smash
some
Sound.
bamf. Some
It's
bamf happening.
It's when the beefy men hit the ring. You know, it's a smash sound. That's
Yeah,
what it is.
they hit the ring. Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Fair enough. We'll take it. So this was a very interesting go-home show. Who would have thought it would have led off with a 90-minute-ish gauntlet match?
It's the best friggin' go-home show I've ever seen.
Loved this.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Didn't it bring you back?
I mean, the
It
physical
brought you
therapist in me was worried for everybody. I was terrified, but sure.
It was a major topic on commentary tonight. Is this a good idea to actually put yourself through this kind of match before such a rigorous match such as the Elimination Chamber on Sunday? You've really got to store your energy and save yourself, because that match can take it out of you. Is it a good idea to really fight your hardest on Monday when on Sunday you're fighting for a spot at WrestleMania?
Yeah.
I just know that I was all about it. I was all about this. I could not believe Rollins went as long and as hard as he did. I was like, this guy, he's sneaking cans of spinach or something.
1 hour
that's going
47. 1 hour 47,
on.
according
And
to...
he was bringing it the entire time. Every time that I thought, okay, you've done good, that'll do. And then he'd bust something else out.
But is that sound strategy.
No.
No, not at all.
No.
Okay.
No, that's not what we're
I'm
saying.
not the only one who's going to say it. He
No.
should have just taken the L.
No,
Just-
the only smart
take
one in
it
the entire
early.
match was The Miz, who tried to run away. That's what I would have done too. He's already entering first on Sunday. He tried to bolt, and all Braun Strowman had to do was just like whiff at him, and he knocked him over.
Yeah.
Because that's what Braun do. But yeah, so we start off with Roman Reigns, and at first I'm thinking, okay, Roman's just going to talk about this Sunday, you know, and then we're just going to move on from there. Little do we know, the Gauntlet match is about to happen, and he said he's going to win tonight, he's going to win Sunday, because he's the only person who could beat Lesnar, and he said, if you don't believe me, go back and watch the WrestleMania. Last time I had Lesnar beat before someone else ruined it. Right on cue, Seth Rollins, his music hits, and yeah, the Gauntlet starts off with the best buddies, Roman and Rollins, and this was fantastic right from the start. And what I loved about this Gauntlet match, everyone, for the most part, was really able to tell a story, especially Cena and Rollins, I thought.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it was fantastic from start to finish. I really think we need to take this one match at a time. Reigns and Rollins, to start it off, they were doing their best to conserve energy, and you have to, because both of them are looking at advancing into another, what, 5 other matches, 6 other matches, because both of them are starting off first. So whoever wins has got the rest of the gauntlet in front of them. So they did their best to conserve energy, but even in energy conservation, it doesn't mean that you're not doing anything. They were constantly grinding on each other from the very beginning, going back, trading holds, wrist locks, headlocks, Roman Reigns controlling the head, which is very intelligent, grounding Seth Rollins because he loves to get skybound. That's his favorite thing, and he did it a lot over the course of this match here with Roman Reigns and then with John Cena.
It really was.
It was almost a pleasure. It's almost a pleasure to see the two of them go. Like, we know that they have had so much history. I mean, back with NXT and the two of them and Dean Ambrose, and we know Shield for WWE, and then they split off from that, and now we have this. And this match, I mean, I thought it was pay-per-view quality. I thought this, and especially the Rollins Cena one, was.
Oof, yeah.
I cannot when. Okay, I'm sorry, Hobo. I'm going to skip ahead.
Go for it.
When Rollins finally got pinned and he was just on the mat and he was just there, like existing and breathing, it was like if it was a video game or something and the meter is just at 1.
Sure.
It's like I
He's trying to
cannot
find a pizza.
believe.
If we're talking
Did you just
Ninja
made a
Turtles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja
Sure.
Turtles?
Yep.
Who doesn't? Yeah, look, when you eat a pizza, you gain strength. That's a fact. It's a scientific fact.
That is. I just didn't expect a game reference from you.
No,
I
if
like
it's
it.
a gaming reference prior to 2002, I'm on it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, I
Don't
like
you
it.
worry about that. Continue.
Yeah, but the way that he got out of the ring, I felt proud of him. It's like, I don't even know the man. I felt proud of what he delivered tonight. I felt proud of him. He went 210%, and he didn't have to, not for this one. He was going for himself, and I appreciated that.
And what was, go ahead.
Yeah, and then with his interview afterwards with like Renee, where he just kind of said that it didn't matter. It's like, no, it mattered. It affected me.
No, but it was great though. He said, if I don't win Sunday, all this was nothing. And what the commentators also did a great job of talking about how just last week he told Angle, I want it to be Monday Night Rollins again. Let me go out and prove it. Well, him and Finn get the pin at the same time. Now they're added 7 people in the Elimination Chamber, but Rollins had something to prove tonight, and getting the traded roll-ups, getting the roll-up on Roman for the win. I really enjoyed how he pulled that one off. For sure.
It's how you move. It's all about movement and using the angles to help execute the particular pinning combinations. And that's exactly what he did. He folded Roman Reigns up. He grabbed his heels and pulled him over his head. And there's no way to get out of a pin that deep. But even then, that was kind of the beginning of the end, because even in that match, the toll it took on his knee was significant enough for him to start grabbing at it, for it to start affecting how he moved in the ring.
Yep.
And then he had to move on to John Cena.
Oof.
And
That's how good this match was. Even his knee told a story throughout multiple matches. That's so impressive. And then him and Cena, I mean, there's a lot of great moments, but wow, when he manages to AA Cena. Not only that,
Yes.
just almost full body pressing him onto his shoulders. Keep in mind, at least 45 minutes plus into this match. That, I mean, he is CrossFit Jesus, because that is something else.
It wasn't clean.
No.
But it was effective.
It was
And that's
effective.
all that matters. The AA, John Cena makes the AA look really easy. I can tell you for a fact, it's harder than it looks.
Well, sure, because you have full body weight on top of your neck, which is, you know, and in your shoulders, which is very. There's a reason some people don't like squatting. I hate having that bar in the back of my neck.
Yeah.
I can only imagine having a human.
Yeah, and it's Cena-sized. That man is, like, it's Cena-sized.
That's a fair
It's
point.
very solid. Very solid mass.
He's like black matter, like densed into a body form. And he did that. He lifted that. He slammed that. He pinned that.
I mean, he got out. John barely just got out of that.
For that one, yeah.
And no one was expecting Rollins to use the AA. Not one single person. Everybody was going bonkers in that place. And the way John Cena approached this match to me was as veteran as you could possibly approach it.
I was thinking the same thing. It's rare to see Cena playing from ahead the whole time.
Yeah.
And I really like how he approached it. He was very, you know, calculated. He was kind of measuring him up the entire time. He was even talking smack, which you don't really hear that often from him.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's talking smack. It's sound advice from a guy who's standing over you ready to hit you as hard as he can. Stay down. Just take the loss. Sunday's coming up. You don't want me to have to hit you again.
I mean,
just think about Sunday.
I think, Markeia, that's a little bit of smack talk, if you ask me.
I think he couldn't help himself by that point. And there's levels of smack talk that was just like, you know, 7th grade, 8th grade smack talk. Whereas it's not too hard.
Which is Cena's sense of humor.
It's
so
like
that makes sense.
GPG. You know, it's real fun. People get it. They understand that you're talking hard at them, but you know, it's A-okay. It's Cena hard talk.
But he wasn't lighthearted about it. Everything about this seemed really serious to me. And this John Cena seems like a man who takes things seriously.
Yeah.
Where I can say that I don't feel he's done that a lot in his career. He's kind of laughed off major threats.
Right.
But this, just the difficulties that he's facing on a match-by-match basis really seem to be weighing heavily on him. And you can see it in the post-match interview. He's like, yeah, you know, I'm just doing a lot right now, and this is a really hard time for me.
It was an interesting interview, Markeia, when he talked about how not making excuses, but I have a lot going on. I'm kind of distracted. I found that I'm surprised that he went that route.
I felt it was real. You know, it was definitely real. I mean, Cena was in his feels, and I felt it.
Cena feels.
Yeah, Cena feels. Aw.
Coming soon to the network.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, like back when they had Cena going toe to toe with Roman Reigns, or should I say mic to mic with Roman Reigns, and they decided to just, you know what, let's just talk. Let's talk about the things that we're not supposed to talk about out here, and they just went there, and we appreciated that. I feel like Cena's probably just gotten to that certain point in his career. I mean, he's transitioning over to Hollywood still.
Sure.
And it's just gotten to the point where he's just being really honest. He's just being honest, and he's being open, and so we're getting real Cena.
He's not a young man. He can't pretend like this doesn't affect him.
Yeah.
I think he truly knows that his days as an active, full-time professional wrestler are numbered, and he is counting them. He's looking in the mirror, and I don't think he's seeing the young man of yesteryear. I think he's seeing, I wouldn't say an old dog, but definitely somebody who's got a lot of time behind them.
The next phase of his life. And, you know, he's starting to do what generally veterans do. You look at someone like Jericho, he's lost a lot more matches than he's won the last couple of years, and he's made other people better for it. And when he took that curb stomp tonight on Seth Rollins, that's a massive moment for Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And it was hard fought. Rollins had to climb all the way up. I mean, Roman Reigns and Cena into what would be by themselves great matches. All of a sudden, back to back, make Rollins an even better wrestler and even more of a credible threat at any given time. and just the crowd was so far behind him that when Elias came out, I thought that they were ready for Seth Rollins to just run over Elias.
They wanted to walk with
There's
Rollins,
no
yeah.
way Elias is going to beat Seth Rollins. After Seth Rollins just beat Roman Reigns and John Cena, there's no way Elias is going to take this victory.
The tank was empty.
Well,
by that
Markeia,
point.
one great thing about this match, though, is the fact that it really made everyone look fantastic. So Elias comes in, and in a relatively short amount of time, he takes care of Rollins, hits the drift away, and so he continues on in the Gauntlet. So that's a huge win for Elias, whereas Rollins just did everything, has nothing else to prove.
Yeah, well, the way that the Gauntlet is set up, it's if you start in the #1 spot, it's very, very rare that you're going to get to the end. I mean, Cena did it, obviously. He did it once, you know, but with this, Rollins went up against Reigns and Cena. By the time he gets to, like, the stiff wrestling style of Elias, what is there left then?
After 65 minutes.
At that point, that man needs a nap and a sandwich.
Yeah.
You know, in that order. He doesn't need to have Elias riding him the way that it was. So as soon as I saw Elias come out, I was like, yeah, Seth is going down. He's going down.
You know that all of the guys participating in this are standing backstage watching Seth Rollins wrestle. And that is exactly why Elias came out with a game plan of immediately targeting the knee that he already knew was incredibly weak. And he went to work on it right away to ground Seth Rollins to take away more than half of his arsenal. And it worked really well because he didn't have any energy to really resist. And then when Elias hit the drift away, the crowd was pissed.
Which is perfect for Elias.
I mean, that was old school kind of, you're going to get stuff thrown at you. Grandmas are going to try and shiv you.
WCW style, just throwing stuff in the ring.
I love that.
But that's great for Elias. And then Finn Balor follows up. And, you know, this could have went either way for me. But Finn Balor hits the coup de grace for the win. And then backstage, Elias says that he's going to go into WrestleMania and give his greatest performance ever. So Finn Balor takes care of Elias in not a short amount of time, but
no. But then Elias's game plan began to work on the shoulder of Finn Balor. Again, a very strategic approach. He understands the weakness of his opponent, much because he's wrestled Finn Balor quite a bit before, so comes prepared with a game plan on how to get Finn Balor out of his way. I think Elias is actually more intelligent that a lot of people give him credit for, because he doesn't wrestle in a style that really is overly cerebral, but he does it just enough homework to get by and have at least a bit of a game plan on everybody he's trying to overcome.
Yeah, maybe he spends a lot of time, you know, writing the songs. So,
Right.
you know, that takes up
Maybe
time.
he's watching tape while he does so.
Maybe he does. Maybe he does.
It's hard to kill two birds with that stone, but anything's
really
possible.
is.
So Miz Taraj hit the ramp. They distract Balor. Miz attacks from behind, so perfect strategy right away. Of course, Balor ends up getting some comeuppance on them, but eventually he hits the top rope, going for the coup de grace. One more distraction from the Miz Taraj, which leads to the skull-crushing finale. Big win for the Miz, or is it?
Did he win? Did he? I mean, he won,
He won
but did he
battle.
really win?
He won the battle. He did not win the war. And
He won the right to be fed to a giant.
right.
Like, great.
And I thought this match made Finn Balor look great. He had so much heat. He was so tired of that Miz Taraj that even he took the time to dive right over that top rope onto him. Take that 7-10 split. I mean, eliminate them as best he could, because they were the thorn in his side for the entirety of that match. And there's something about Finn Balor. He's very soft-spoken. But when he has the opportunity, he comes with a ton of fire.
I mean,
he
wrestles a lot bigger than he is, which is why he can match up with, you know, a lot of people.
Right. And it's not even size, it's just his smoothness. If you're smooth, you don't have to necessarily meet a larger opponent head on if you work the angles like he does.
And what I dug about the backstage interviews during this match is every one of them had a purpose. They all kind of made sense. You know, Balor was, you know, ticked off at the Miz Taraj, like you mentioned. He said, well, they're locked out this Sunday, but the Miz is locked in with me. So, Markeia, that adds to a little bit more intrigue. Now you have Balor and the Miz you know, they're going to butt heads, you would think, at some point, whenever the what do they call the pods? The pods.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, I like that. I like that that matchup with Finn and Miz. I mean, I would really like it if they would get some mic time with each other, because I feel like Finn would really bring some nice fire to Miz, and Miz is just a good. He compliments everybody. Like you can put him next to anybody, and it's going to work. But I feel like maybe we haven't gotten as much mic time with Finn as we could. I think he's funny. I think he's funny. I think he's charismatic.
Yeah.
He's got his own kind of humor.
He's very charismatic in a certain way, sure.
Right.
Yeah, it's
he
just
needs
it's different.
drive. That's the one thing that's missing is a drive. He doesn't necessarily know where he's going. He enjoys himself and he enjoys the direction he's heading in, but he doesn't have a goal, a larger goal. And I would say that actually the Miz should be Finn Balor's goal, because Finn Balor plus the Balor Club is an equal match to Miz and the Miztourage, and all of them could have a great time beating the crap out of each other at WrestleMania.
So chat roll is all about predicting WrestleMania matches already. Bradley
I can
Allen,
see why.
Okay.
yeah, he's got one here. Miz and Miztourage versus Balor and, well, Balor Club, essentially. 6-man tornado tag match WrestleMania. Whoever wins is the IC champion. What do you guys think about that?
That's a little messy.
Yeah, that's a
only
little
because why, like, no.
No, I would do a Finn Miz, you know, for the title.
A thin Miz?
A Thin Mints?
Yeah.
A
Thin
Thin
Mints.
Mints.
Okay.
Yeah, the Girl Scout cookies.
Got it.
They're in season now, right?
Nah, they sure are.
Delish.
Oh, yeah, I would do Finn and the Miz for the title. I
And
think
you
that
can do
would
the
be
6-man leading up to it. You can do a special thing.
As you know, with Mania, you want to get as many people involved as possible.
Right.
So.
You can
Yeah.
even do a tag match, the Taraj versus the Club, and put Finn and Miz in shark cages.
Did you
And
just
hang
call
'em.
them the Taraj?
I call them the Taraj because it's the Miz and the Taraj.
I love
Taraj,
that.
Miz and
I
Taraj.
love that so much.
Because, I mean, think about it, though. Both 3-man teams have such great chemistry together. I would enjoy seeing them work together at WrestleMania
It would
if
be
that was
it
the
would be a
option.
great opportunity for all 6 of those guys to mix
Yes.
it up, and it would be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Yes.
so they could give us
So-
a little bit of lead up into that.
Well, I can lead up to the final entrant of the Gauntlet, and as told by the Miz's facial expression,
Happiness turns into fear.
it was
Real fear.
the bass playing monster among men, Braun Strowman, and woo, you know, Miz survived for a while. Like he put up a fight, he ran away. Oh boy.
Yeah, buddy.
Ran away. It was amazing the speed that Braun Strowman chased him down and just went "Jah!" with his right arm, knocked him down.
Man.
And they did whatever they the kick out. So skull crushing finale on Strowman. Braun kicked out so strong, threw Miz over the bottom rope right into the Miztourage. That was a thing of beauty.
That was my favorite. I want the
Right?
gif of that. I need that gif because it was absolutely perfect. Well, it was messy, but it was perfect for what it was.
If it was any cleaner, it would have looked rehearsed.
Yeah, there you go.
And because it was sort of not as clean, it was like, I don't know if that was supposed to happen or not.
But I'm glad that it did.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I
it was-
don't want to gloss over the fact that that pin and that toss out was because the Miz hit Braun Strowman with the skull crushing finale
Right.
Yeah.
successfully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Like I said, this match made every single entrant look fantastic, which is not easy to do in a gauntlet.
I don't know. Like if you give it time,
What they did.
it
Oh, they
will.
definitely did.
Like it's just a matter of choosing the strengths and choosing the weaknesses. And then if you put them in, you can actually make something that's really cohesive and really nice, just like we saw here. But the problem with most gauntlets is they aren't given the proper amount of time. A gauntlet of this size should be given an hour and a half.
Sure.
Yeah.
And it was.
And I enjoyed the order also.
Yeah.
I mean,
It made
I don't.
perfect sense.
I would not have changed up that order.
no.
Yeah.
Now, after the match, of course, Braun gets the power slam for the win. He even confused me a little bit. I guess he was calling Lesnar the Beastie Boy, right? Because he's the Beast.
I guess.
It confused me for a second. I was like, Beastie Boy. And I'm like,
Did you think he was talking about the group?
I thought he was talking.
He was,
no, I
he
thought
was
talking
calling
about,
him out?
Well, because he was staring right at Miz, and I'm like, that makes sense. Okay, no, he's talking about Lesnar, and then he's like, "Excuse me, I got some business to attend to," and he goes back and 9 more power slams to everybody.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that post match with Charlie because it was like I thought, okay, great, but he was staring off into the distance, but I didn't think anything of it. I didn't think that he was doing like Mad Dog laser eyes at the Miz getting up.
Yeah.
And that the Miz Taraj was still over there. He was like a mad dog with a bone.
Beastie Boy. Because, you know, the Beast. So then it took me a good 30 seconds of like, who is he? Oh, he's talking to Lesnar.
Yeah.
I liked that tickled you so much.
Yeah, I loved it. So out of these 7 individuals, who would you like to see face Lesnar the most at WrestleMania? I'll run them over again. Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, John Cena, Elias, Finn Balor, The Miz, Braun Strowman.
At this point, probably Seth Rollins. Because it would be so different from when he faced Lesnar at WrestleMania the first time.
When he cashed in.
Yeah.
Sure.
It would be so different.
He cashed in, obviously, at the end. Sure. Yeah.
Right. But the whole run up to this would be completely different. That's what interests me about it. It's the same and not the same at the same time. So it's interesting to see. Rollins is actually a true babyface right now.
Oh, yeah.
And he's had a lot of trouble getting here. But I think with this match
Tonight only
especially,
helped. Yeah, tonight only helped.
He's made it into that particular chapter of his career. And I'd like to see the babyface Seth Rollins face Brock Lesnar.
Good choice.
Okay.
Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, for me, it's more like a process of elimination. I don't see Elias doing it, so that's a big no. I don't see Cena doing it. And
He's tied with Flair.
yeah, he is. But I don't know. It just with his post match, how he was talking about how he's being pulled in so many different directions.
Right. And I don't think Cena
such.
cares. He might not even want to break Ric Flair's record. He might, and that's understandable.
I don't know if it matters to him at this point.
That's the question to John Cena right now that maybe somebody should ask backstage. What is your priority? Would you rather go to Hollywood, or would you rather win the WWE Championship one more time and break Ric Flair's record? What is your priority?
I just don't feel like that is a priority for him. So that's why I'm a no for him.
I think it's cooler that they're tied personally. So no Cena, no Elias.
I'm gonna say no Finn and no Miz. Differing reasons for that one.
So you're down to Roman and Braun.
No, because
Right?
I have Seth Rollins.
Seth, yeah.
Oh, sorry, those three.
Okay,
My bad.
so I don't want Reigns, just because that's an arbitrary reason.
Braun and Seth.
And I'm a butt for saying that, but yeah, I guess out of Strowman and Rollins, because of how well Rollins showed for the first 2 matches, like smart wrestling, telling a story, and then just that power that he pulled out of his butt to be able to do that to Cena. I want to see that, like that power, that adverse reaction that he has when he is down to the mat and has all of his energy gone, and then he does his own type of berserker mode. I want to see the Architect go up against Brock Lesnar for that reason. Wow!
All right, both of you. Look, I'm not about to argue with that. Look, the person in me that just likes to see Godzilla versus King Kong would be Braun Strowman versus Brock Lesnar. I think that would be just tremendously entertaining. I would love to see Braun Strowman get into a mic war with Paul Heyman. I think that would be incredibly fun. It'd be fun to see Braun Strowman pick up Heyman by his collar and just dangle him. But you're right. It's hard to go against Seth. That's going to be an amazing match. I do think the Cena we have now, I think he would be incredibly emotional. I think he would be totally invested. We know Cena's going to be at Mania. The question is how. That's I don't know. It's hard to choose. And you're right. I think the best choice probably would be Rollins. But then again, Roman was eliminated first. Could be for a reason.
Yeah.
Oh, to save him up, save that
Maybe.
strength.
I mean, he does have the just a good enough chance as anybody at this point.
Well, time to move on. New inductee to the Hall of Fame, J-E-F-F-J-A-R-R-E-T-T, Jeff Jarrett. Congratulations to him. A lot of people didn't see this one coming because of obviously a bit of an icy relationship over the years with WWE. But no, very well deserved. In every interaction I've ever had with Jeff, he is the coolest dude, and he's been on Compadres a boatload of times. And, you know, what are your thoughts?
I was surprised, you know, because it's like, hey, TNA, you know? Like, well, okay.
But the thing is that, you know, as we've seen by people coming over, there's no shadiness. I mean, there's no, like, there's nothing being held against anymore. Wrestlers have to make a living, and if they go to other companies, they do. I think, and that's a beautiful thing.
Those times are coming to a close for now.
Right.
The industry is such that the public wants wrestling. They want a lot of wrestling,
right?
And people can deliver and make money delivering, so there is less animosity.
Well, there has to be the business. That business has to grow together, and that's including the conglomerate, the juggernaut that is WWE.
It has to do with the ebb and flow, the loss of the territories, and there only being so much market saturation on television. But then the audience caught up with the saturation. Therefore, you can have more, and there's more demand, thus more supply, and everybody's kind of happy.
Yeah.
So we're doing okay.
He'll give a good speech.
Yeah. Yes, he will. Yes, he will. That man can talk. That man and a mic are a match made in heaven. You know, I'm not against it. I just. You know, there's other people that I would like to have them announce.
Every year is different, as you know. It's
you know.
Yeah.
And
a lot of fans were very snarky about it, but it's wrestling fans. What are you gonna do?
You have to say that Jeff Jarrett did win a lot of gold with the WWE, as well as outside of said company.
Yes.
So for that reason, he does deserve to be inside, arguably more than others.
And you could say he was a gold force.
Right.
Sure.
Good job. And you and I spoke to this too. Think about how many careers got elevated because of the company he started.
Yes.
I mean, where AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, all those guys, where would they have gone if there wasn't a TNA 15 years ago?
He gave a lot of people a lot of a new outlet to an entire community.
People
elevated them.
And then think about it. It's probably very encouraging for people that are in indie wrestling, where it's just like, hey,
no more animosity.
Exactly.
It's great. And you know, people can say what they want about TNA or whatever. Look, whatever happened with TNA, it wasn't all him. All right, there is another person that was even more in charge who made a lot of questionable decisions that he had nothing to do with. So let's just calm down if you're upset about it. I think it's very well deserved.
I mean, raking him over the coals at this point doesn't necessarily
do anyone any good.
It really doesn't.
It's pointless.
Yeah. So congratulations to him.
Yeah.
Next up, we have an interview with Asuka in the ring. Markeia, as usual, she said no one's ready. Her undefeated streak is not going to end. And then Nia Jax, Braun Strowman's her.
Yeah.
Tries.
What I like is that Asuka's head is on a swivel at all times. You can't come out, you can't pop out of her blind spot. You can't Samoa Joe her. That's not going to happen because it's Asuka.
Yeah.
And she was ready. The second that she felt like Jax's presence, you could see it's like her head went first and her body pivoted, and then she had a hold of her with those leg kicks.
I didn't even know that Nia Jax was there before Asuka started kicking her. It's like, what's Asuka do? Oh, damn it, it's Nia Jax!
Yeah.
There it is. There she is.
But the power of Nia Jax overcame Asuka this time around. Even though she did see her coming, she just couldn't get out of the way fast enough.
But is it part of the plan, perhaps, you know, to lull Jax into, you know, where it's like, oh, yeah, I got her. I'll be able to get her again. And Asuka's like, oh, you got me once. You will not get me in the same way one more time.
I wouldn't put it past Asuka to play possum as part of a larger game plan. She is not playing checkers. She's playing like 8th dimensional chess.
Well, that's a very specific style of chess that I've never heard of. But I'm into it. Now, I'm into this match. They've done a good job of getting people ready for it, you know, and with the 2 Elimination Chamber matches, they're obviously going to take quite a long time. This is another really intriguing match to go with it. So, pretty good stuff.
Oh, shout out to Tails P. Asuka sends Nia Jax like a Dragon Ball character.
Yes.
It's like
Nice.
you feel their force. It's
It's
like,
their power level.
oh,
Yeah, our
like that.
Wi-Fi is not working in here, so I can't actually see that. Thank God we have chat roll up there. Let's see. Titus Worldwide versus The Bar. What? Apollo with the roll-up on Cesaro for the win. Now, you got to believe we have 4 matches technically right now this Sunday. Are we about to see Titus Worldwide take on The Bar on Sunday?
We're almost ready to see Apollo, just Apollo, take on The Bar. Because it is Apollo that is truly racking up these victories for Titus Worldwide.
And he's not Cruz anymore.
No, it's just Apollo.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I'm not sure what to anticipate from this, but it's all looking like it's working in Apollo's favor. All of it.
Well, Markeia, here's my question. They just got done celebrating the Cruz can't lose catchphrase.
yeah.
What, why? What happened?
Well, he lost the cruise, so now you can't follow Apollo.
He lost.
Oh, they do that. Follow Apollo.
You can't follow Apollo.
Fair enough.
You can't follow. I like follow Apollo.
Okay.
Like
could do
like
that.
a
That's-
god, like a leader. Just
Follow the
He
buzzer.
does
follow
look kinda
Apollo.
godly.
And hey, Apollo's a god name. Yeah. I mean, think of what Titus Worldwide has now. They have a godlike character. Sorry, even I couldn't keep that straight. Okay, so like a godlike character, and then they have their statistician, Dana Brooks. She's crunching the numbers.
Sure.
On the outside, you know.
She's writing stuff down.
She is. She's
She
kind
must
of.
be drawing
she's
pictures
kinda-
of animals.
I
We
never-
don't
She's kind
know.
of like their Sailor Mercury.
This was
you know?
such a
she's,
perfect. I don't know that. What
She's
that
got
means.
glasses on, so it's a Sailor
So,
Moon
I
reference.
figured it was.
But she's out there. She's like she's getting the angles down.
She's got an
and-
abacus, because you have to have an abacus. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A TI-85 graphing calculator.
Yes.
Yeah,
Remember that one?
and then
No?
you've got Titus doing all of his outside good works. You know, with helping those kids get to Black Panther.
So are
So
they
then,
gonna start like a cult or something?
no, I'm just saying like they have all of this going on for them for Titus Worldwide. So it kind of psychs out the other
Hey, you
team.
talk about perfect casting. Never did I think Dana Brooke would be so good in a role, and it's just really.
Do you want airtime? Do this.
Yeah, the 3 of them are just really entertaining, and I could only assume maybe this will be the kickoff match or something, pre-show.
Baby.
I could see them doing that.
Yeah, because why not? They're very entertaining together, the teams, and
Yeah.
Apollo gets the roll up.
They're establishing a backstory, so you know there's follow Apollo.
Follow Apollo. And the 4th match currently on the card for this Sunday, Bray Wyatt taking on Matt Hardy. They both had a lot to say back and forth in separate rooms this evening once again. Bray Wyatt says, "Some say the end is near. Personally, I hope they're right, especially for Matt Hardy." And Matt Hardy said they've been engaging in battle since the dawn of time. They both call each other liars. And Bray Wyatt says Hardy's dream of a woken world will become a nightmare and he will burn. And then Wyatt says Hardy says Wyatt will be deleted. You give me these two on any pay-per-view, I'm on board. The question is, I gotta believe this leads to WrestleMania though, right?
Depends on what's going to happen on Sunday. We don't know what kind of match is going to take place on Sunday. They haven't announced it as being anything else, but
It's a regular match.
Bray Wyatt
Yeah.
said that Matt Hardy's going to burn, and I wouldn't put it past him to light a dude on fire.
I wouldn't put it past Hardy to be like, yeah, we could do this.
Yeah.
It's like we could make this work. I've been testing out things at my house, so I've got my secret concoction here. We can burn this.
I hope this ends in utter chaos. No finish, completely just no. Just God knows what they do, just whatever. Just complete chaos, and that leads to WrestleMania to where it becomes really weird. I don't care if it's on the Hardy compound, on the Wyatt compound. Some of they do both. I don't know. It's WrestleMania. You have these two together. You don't know if that's going to be a possibility a year from now at WrestleMania. I say you go for broke. This match should end in chaos, and it should lead to some craziness at WrestleMania. Total nuts.
Yeah, I want it to get real weird.
Yes.
And I want them to have fun.
Right.
And that's the thing, because we have fun when they have fun.
More fun than the House of Horrors.
I don't know how many times I have to say it. Drones. I want to see some drones.
I'd like to think that's going to be the build-up. That I hope, like, yeah.
I want someone riding on a lawnmower, like down the ramp.
We need Vanguard 1. We need Skarsgård, the dilapidated boat. We need the Lake of Reincarnation. Why not? It's WrestleMania. You have these two together. Let lightning strike. Make it as weird as possible. You have a production team. Film a bunch of it outside of the ring if you have to. Just make it different than the House of Horrors.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, it's, I don't know. We'll have to just wait and see.
Yeah, like, ask them for the ideas. Don't have creative do the ideas. Ask them what they want to do.
And
because
will Jeff be back, huh?
I don't know.
Brother
I know
Nero.
Hardy's full of ideas. Just let him run with it.
And we already spoke about what an awesome Raw this was. So we had a great Gauntlet match. We had build-up for this Sunday. And then the main event is the women. That's just a great show, start to finish. Really good 6-women tag. They brought it. There was a lot of physicality in this one. Sasha, Bailey, and Mickie James taking on Absolution and Alexa Bliss with Paige at ringside. A lot of great moments. Everyone's punking Bailey out. You have Mandy Rose punking her out. Then Alexa does like what she goes in for. She faked a forearm and then slapped her. I forget what she did exactly.
She just came running in, looked like she was going to get her a corner line.
Yeah.
Stopped short, slapped the bejesus right out of her.
Woo!
She did.
Yeah, she knocked some arithmetic out of her head.
Bailey is becoming that person that everybody thinks has a weakness, but then she manages to fire up and start kicking ass, and that's exactly what she has to do.
Yep.
And in professional wrestling, it's kind of like prison rules. If they sense a weakness, they're going to take advantage of it no matter what it is.
And you know.
Yes,
Yeah.
so you have to immediately jump on it when they start going for it, whatever the weakness, perceived weakness is, and just cut it right the hell out.
And I think the perceived weakness is that they feel like Bailey might be one that would yield before she'd really hurt you. And when you look at like Mickie and Sasha, it's like Sasha gonna beat that butt. It's like she's gonna win, she's gonna do it. And then she's got too much experience. She knows how far is too far.
She's been around. She don't care.
She doesn't care. And you could see she was having so much fun. I was all about Mickie. All about Mickie for this match. So, but I guess with Bailey, like you were saying, perceived, it's like, oh, I think she'll draw back a little bit. So I'm gonna go all out.
Yes.
And Sasha hit some sweet knees on Sonya Deville and then Alexa. And then Alexa's just smashing Sasha into the second turnbuckle. Eventually it leads to Sasha with a reversal. Bank statement for the win. Really good looking bank statement too. But everyone, in my opinion, really shined in this match also. I mean, start to finish. So it leads in. We got a couple of minutes left. Leads into this Sunday. We already talked about the men's elimination chamber. This one's for the title. So Alexa has a 16.67 something percent.
You doing Steiner math over there?
You got 2/3 and 141st%. So who do you think wins this one?
Oh, do you mean like does she retain or? If,
Yeah, I mean, any one of these women wins this match, they become the champ. So you want to do a process of elimination again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That seems to be the easiest way.
So we could assume we could eliminate Absolution.
Yeah.
We could absolute Absolution.
Yeah, I'm thinking no Mandy and no Deville yet.
It's too early.
Yeah.
Just a bit too early. Good. They're gonna have a great showing. Great showing, but not right
Okay.
now.
Yeah.
So that leaves Sasha, Bailey, Mickie, Alexa.
Well, I love it. I
feel like Alexa retains.
Yeah, because
She
I was
might.
trying
And
to.
she's playing the Mickey card. Like, this match was, again, designed sort of by Alexa to be a vehicle to lull Mickie James into a false sense of security,
Yeah.
as I see it. So there's something there that we're not seeing, and it's going to finally turn into something on Sunday.
And are we assuming Asuka's going to go after the Raw women's title?
Yes. We
I mean,
are at this point.
Yeah, eventually she has to, right?
I mean, Ronda's signing her Raw contract, but we can't. I don't think she's going for a championship. That'll probably be something else.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
There's a lot up
go
in the
any
air.
way, yeah.
As
I
far
mean-
as the women's division, it's a lot up in the air. That we can't really get close to solidifying.
I wouldn't mind seeing Mickie and Asuka again, but if Sasha or Bailey get a chance with Asuka, they're going to go all out as well. So it's kind of a win-win for everybody, regardless of who you know, it's just historic and awesome, and hopefully everyone stays safe.
Yeah,
Yes.
Right.
Yes. I guess I'm going to have to go with retain with it. I mean, I'd love to see the belt on Mickey because I feel like she would be able to, well, like with that experience, I think she'd bring something different to. I'm not saying Bliss isn't like really rocking it out with how she is as the goddess.
Sure.
But I kind of would like to see it on Mickey again because I feel like it'd just be a different flavor of things with like mic work, with how people would interact in the ring when it's Mickey as opposed to Lexi.
You can call her Lexi.
Lexi.
Absolution attacks afterwards. They beat up Bailey and Sasha, but then they corner Alexa. Mickey helps out, double DDT on Sonya Deville, and they walk out strong. So, yeah, I'm excited to see Elimination Chamber. Is going to be good.
It should be. Yeah. This show has helped me want to see Elimination Chamber, and I don't say that about every show and every pay-per-view. This has definitely been one of the most solid episodes of Raw because it really just got down to brass tacks. Everything has been said leading up to this, so all they had to do was tease the tension that leads into Sunday, and it'll all turn around on Sunday.
Indeed.
Indeed. I'm really looking forward to this women's elimination chamber. I mean, because you know that all of them knows what this means. And all of them are going to bring it. It just makes me think, like, Johnny, what you're saying, they need to stay safe, though.
Yes.
They need to stay safe with it.
And what's cool is minus an injured Alicia Fox, every woman on the Raw roster's in this pay-per-view. That's rare.
Yeah, I guess so.
So,
all
pretty
right.
cool.
Cool.
What a show it was, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to Tony in the booth. Markeia, put yourself over.
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Markeia McCarty. That's MarkeiaMcCarty. And I've done a number of videos for Nerdist. Most of them are Black Panther related. Some are not. Those are posted on my Twitter. But I interviewed the cast of Black Panther. I was in the same room with Angela Bassett. So yes.
Hello.
She wore my Panther blasters, Johnny.
I saw that picture.
Really sweet. It's really sweet. So yeah, check my Twitter for that. And then tomorrow, February 20th, on Marvel Movie News, it will be our spoiler review of Black Panther. So yeah, you've had the President's Day weekend. Come join us 2 p.m. on Popcorn Talk. That's PST.
There we go, Mr. Boxcar Superstar.
Yep, I'm on the Twitter and the Instagram at True Hobo. If you want to watch a whole lot of videos of me or Mr. Robert Baines, go to Soapboxcar TV on the YouTubes. And just stay tuned to my social media for any sort of appearances I may or may not be making.
There we go. I'm at Jay Quasto on social media. Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. This Sunday, we have our next television taping. Last time, we had an NWA World's Heavyweight title match between Nick Aldis and James Ellsworth. Yes, Ellsworth's first match post-WWE, which was incredible. This taping, this Sunday, more title matches and a lot of good stuff we got going on. So make sure you watch it on Fight TV, FITE TV, or go to the CW and check your local listings there. Otherwise, Brea Improv, February 28th. I'm about to fly out of the country this week, so nothing there for you. Other than that, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We love you. See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.